What's up, everybody? What's happening? What's going on? What's happening? How are you doing? How is everybody doing in the neck of the neighborhood that they're watching this video from? So this is lesson three. Lesson three from the draft. So for those of you who may not even following along, may not have connected with me with the previous two videos, this is video number 3 from Lessons from the Draft. That's a series, Lesson from the Draft. And I'm here sharing the little nuggets, the little takeaways I had from when the NFL draft came to Detroit. And I went to day 3, and I think there were so many, as I said, I'm focusing on 3. There were so many takeaways, but this one sort of resonated with me differently. All right, so this one talk about proximity. Proximity. Being in the room, and where are you in that room? So, on the day of the draft, I had a previous engagement. And so I said, okay, you know what? Since I'm already, because I was trying to plot out the best way how to do this. I know I didn't want to drive into Detroit. And none of I want to try and navigate the roads. Because again, I'm being a tourist in my city. And some of these roads, I don't know. So if I need to pick up a shortcut, I won't know. And I did not want to get lost in this crowd. So I said, I am going to park and I'm going to take public transportation or whatever. They had different shuttles, different means for you to get there. So I was going to take one of the best one that made sense to me. So anyway, the event had me already in Detroit. So I said, you know what? The place is safe. I'm going to leave my car there. And it so turned out that there was a bus stop right outside of where I was. So I took that bus all the way to Times Square. I'm sure everybody heard me say, well, if you're just watching this video, that was one lesson I learned about my city, that there's a Times Square in Detroit. Market's not as fabulous and filled of lights like the one in New York, but it still had its pizzazz. It still had a Times Square-ishness about it. You could tell that you're at Times Square. So I even took a shot of it. If you follow me on YouTube or on Instagram, according to Michelle, you should see clips of that particular event. I'm going to pin it in my IG, and you could check it out in my comments section on YouTube. You will see it. I finally got there. I finally got to the draft, got through the lines, and it was just everybody was just going. You can go, come. All are welcome. Because I was here pulling up the app because I'd gotten the pass and ready to show my QR code. I didn't even need it. It was a waste of time. Anyway, so got in. Walking around the riverfront, seeing all the sights, seeing the busts of the different team. So they had the different busts, so you could put your body in it and you take your pictures, or the helmets of the different teams. So there's a long line for different teams. They had the Lombardi Trophy. They had the rings of different teams over the years. What else they had? They had a silent auction going on. They had there was so much things. Food. Verizon had a booth. That pizza place, pizza, that one there. They had a booth. It was a maze. What's going on? They had a playground set up. They had different TV screens, different way, everywhere, anywhere, and possible. It was a nice setup. Anyway, so by the time I was finished at the riverfront, I'm like, man, I think this is it. I don't need to worry my head. I'm like, no, you're not going to go through all of what you went through to reach here and don't go to where the place is. You're going to find campus marshals. So, excuse me. So anyway, I proceeded to walk towards where everything is. And as I got closer, it got more exciting. And I'm getting closer to the spot. I got to where campus marshals in. It was so beautiful. And I was like, no, man, I need to get closer. Talk about proximity. I'm in the room. I'm there. Why not go all the way up? So I keep going closer. I'm saying, hold on a second. Even though I'm there, I'm still somewhat far away how them set it up. Because based on how it looks, there were levels to it. Levels to being in the room. Right? And when I looked as far as I could see, there was a big camera. Because I'm like, why the stage looks so far back? because they built like an amphitheater again. The stage is receded. There's a big camera. I think that's where the TVs and whatever get their feed from, and then there's a stage. However, even before that big camera, there's still more room for you to be there, right up in the room. So proximity, proximity, proximity. Where do you need to be? What should you be doing in this season, in this space, and how close you are to where you need to be? There was a game growing up we have called how near you are, how near you are, how near you are, how near. So if you're near, you're going to hear you're warm. If you're far, you're going to hear you're cool, 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 cool. You're cool, you're cool, you're cool. Or they will use far. So you may be in the room, but you may be sitting at the very back bench, but it doesn't serve your interests. It doesn't serve the purpose in the season of your life that you're in. You need to be interacting up to the front, maybe raising your hand, asking questions, paying more attention. Because even if you're at the back, if you're not paying attention, it might as well you just leave the room. But pay attention. Get the lessons that you need to get in this season so you can move on to whatever next greatness you're going to achieve. So proximity is everything. So even where I was, as much as I was at Campus Masters, there were still levels to this setup. And you know the reason why that prevented me from experiencing the levels, the phone died. If you watch all of my videos, one of the videos I talked about my phone dying. My phone died and I wanted to charge, and based on the time of the evening, I knew I could maybe dilly-dally, but I didn't want to be there too late because I knew the route in which how I got to Utah, I need to know return that route. And then I still have to turn back and drive to where I'm going. And even though, yes, it wasn't winter, darkness not coming on soon, I wanted to still give myself enough time to get to where I needed to be, just in case. Because remember, it's public transportation I'm taking. So you need to still give yourself room. So I looked at the time and I'm like, my phone died. I'm not sure I want to hang around too long. Let me turn back. But as I said, from where I was, I could see that there was possibilities for me to go further. So how I found out that for true that was the case. Two witnesses. The first witness was when I was in the bus. I was in the bus and going back, and the gentleman was talking something, and we said, "Oh, you're at the drive too?" He said, "Yeah, man. And you know, I reached all the way up to the front. I reached all the way up to the front, and him showing me the access again, access and proximity. Second lesson in the same lesson. So him showing me the band, and he said, "Yeah, man, they gave me this band, and they tell me, yeah, man, they can come. They tell me, come." And he said, yes, he went with some other people, and he passed a particular barrier and went around right up onto the stage. Him say it was all the way up onto the stage. No, that's proximity. So he got the access he needed, and he was able to move even closer to the goal of the whole thing, which is being at the event, right? So whatever it is that you're trying to strive toward, make sure you get access to all the information you need. Put yourself in the proximity to get the best out of whatever it is that you need, and make the most of the situation. Make the most of the opportunity. Make the most of the opportunity. So proximity, access, proximity. All right. So he was witness number one. The next, while charging my phone, I saw somebody I knew. I said the next day I saw them again, and I said, "How was it? How did?" She said, "No, I actually reached all the way up to the front." She said, "The lady called me and tell me if I want to come further." And I told her, but I didn't. I told her I didn't come alone. And she's like, "Yeah, man, bring everybody." So she and everybody who she went with went closer to the front. Proximity. Get into the room. I don't know what's the next course you need to do. I don't know what's the next assignment you need to accomplish. But get into the room, asked questions, get the help you need, and be successful in your endeavors. Proximity and access. Access to information, access to resources, access to the things that you need to be great. My desire, my wish for you is that you do well and that you accomplish your dreams, your goals, and that you succeed. The rest of the year is still ahead of us, and there's so much more that you can achieve. And I wish for you all the best in your endeavors. So, proximity, proximity, proximity. And that's it. Lessons from the drafts. Thank you so much for watching this episode. And don't forget to click the notification bell to hear and to see whenever I upload a video. And if you missed the previous 2 videos, please, I will definitely be attaching them to the end of this video. The link will be in this video for you to see the other 2 videos. All right, so lessons from the draft. Over and out. Have a good evening and a good night and a good day, depending on the time of the day you're watching it. Bye.